Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I just watched Superman and Lois Season 2, Episode 9, 30 Days and 30 Nights, which I didn't even know what the title meant, and I didn't even put that together until about halfway through the episode. Basically, this is not Superman and Lois this week, it's just Lois, because Superman has disappeared. He's in just the very, 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 very first scene, basically. Ali is broken out of the jail, and she uses Bizzaro Superman's suit to pass through the anomaly, the void, or whatever it's called, wormhole. I forget what they're calling it. And he tries to follow her, just flying through himself. He goes around and around in circles, and then he just shoots through. And you see it looks like his Superman suit is like disintegrating off of him, and then he's gone. And then you don't see him again till the last shot of the episode. And that's it. Before that, there's no other Superman. And that is like literally the first scene before the credits. So the whole episode is Lois dealing with Superman being gone, dealing with Jonathan and Jordan's dramas, dealing with the XK. Now, what's the shortest story first? I think Jonathan's story is the shortest. He basically keeps running out on Sarah to help. And Sarah's dad, and it's always annoying how dads do this. They can be a total dog to their wife, but then tell their daughters, don't put up with that. Don't let a man treat you like that. I'll treat your mum like that, but don't let a man treat you like that. So she breaks up with Jonathan, and of course he has a little weepy moment because he's now a hero, but he's not getting the girl. He's losing the girl because he's a hero. That's one of those superhero tropes. And she goes and hangs out with her dad because I don't think she can really stand anyone at the moment. Because her mother is, she goes to her mother and is like, Dad is living in a hole, he's not unpacking, he's not turning this into a home because he thinks he's coming back. And she's like, can he stay with us for a while because he gets hurt on the job? And her mum's like, nah, he needs to learn how to take care of himself now because I'm not his wife, I'm not there to take care of him anymore. Because apparently she's been doing that, and that often happens with guys. They go from their mother to their wife and they never learn how to actually take care of themselves. Unlike us gay men who live alone and take care of ourselves quite well and are very independent, straight men, they really depend on women. They can't do anything without them. It's kind of sad. So she takes pity on him and actually stays with him for a while, like Sarah. She goes and hangs out with him. So that's the shorter story. Now, Jonathan's story is, I get them confused. Jordan's story is a bit more complicated. Actually no, they're about the same. And really, Jonathan has two stories this week, so I should have done Jordan's first. Jordan basically tells the truth about his girlfriend finally and reveals that she's the one who was dealing the XK and he was protecting her. And she only does it because she gets promised protection from the DOD and Lois and everything, because they realise that this XK production facility that they've discovered is basically funded by big money from out of town, and it's become a big thing. They really need to stop it. So they go out on a mission, and Jordan goes with them, but he's basically not allowed to get out of the car because Lois is terrified of them getting hurt, and she can't really accept that he's basically a younger Superman, and they have a very funny argument where she's like telling him what to do, and he's like I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. She's like, not under my roof. And he's like, not when I've got superpowers. I'm like, oh, he just stood up and basically pointed out, you can't control me. Like physically, you can't control me. I'm over a certain age and I have superpowers. So yeah, I'm going to do what I want. But he still basically does what he's told. And he actually waits until he's asked by the dad to save them because they get caught by the drug dealers and they're about to get shot. Like within about a second of Daddy Lane getting shot in the head, he comes in, he uses his laser vision, not laser vision, I don't know what do you call them, his eye lasers, to shoot the gun, and then he freezes the guy and then punches him through the broken ice and knocks him out. And then the other guy who's been using XK, whose eyes are glowing, who fires at him, he is able to just freeze time, or he can perceive time in such that he can just watch the lasers go by, and then he just ends up behind the guy, punches him out. They all get out together. They shut down the I want to say the foundation, the factory, and that's his story. And the second part of Jonathan's story, of course, is that... why did I say Jordan? I'm getting really confused. Oh, because it started off with Jordan's story, which is just him telling the truth about the door, and then they end up going that mission. And then that was the second part of Jonathan's story, where he actually... Because he also rescued Kyle. There was a fire, and XK was making the fire really ferocious, and he almost got killed. He got saved, but when John Henry showed up, he actually didn't realise that it was Jonathan, that he'd rescued Kyle. So he got away without... Actually, no, he didn't. He thought he did, but he knew it was him, and he did tell Lois. So he was going to tell the truth to Lois and say, I've been basically using my superpowers to save people like a vigilante for a few months now. And he's literally sitting down at the table waiting for her, and she storms in because she's just been told by John Henry that, he was there, and that he rescued Kyle. So it's kind of bad for him because he's becoming the hero. He's saving people, but he's not getting celebrated. He's getting in trouble because he shouldn't be doing it, and Lois can't handle that he's growing up and that he's basically now Superman, has to be Superman, because the whole city, the whole world is struggling to deal with him missing. Suddenly, emergency services are like actually having to do the job. So, yeah. God, what else is there? Lana wins the election, and that's what Jonathan misses, that Sarah's upset about, because he basically was out for the day. And he gets there when it's all over, and she's like, yeah, nah, whatever I'm second to, I'm not doing this. Here's your necklace, goodbye. And then she goes to her dad and tells him what happened, and she's like, I don't want to talk about it, I just want to just be with you. And it's one funny, cute little moment, which I thought it was really funny. Kyle was still wearing his I voted sticker. He's at home by himself. Why is he still wearing his I voted sticker? It's like he's just clinging to anything, of his wife and that sort of form of life. Like, he still thinks he's like, and she's like, it's not going to happen. You're not coming back. You need to just deal with it, and we need to decorate and make this place home because you are living here now. And then Jordan walks his girlfriend home. Jonathan is talking about, I've just been dumped. And Lois is like, yeah, you're a hero, you saved your mum. And he's like, yeah. And she's like, I think that deserves a bit more attention than it's getting. And then they see Jordan walking up, but it's not Jordan. It's Bizzaro Jordan in some red jeans and a leather jacket and some leather gloves and darker hair. And he actually almost looks hot for a second, because I really don't find that guy attractive. Or the other kid. I don't find anyone in the show attractive other than John Henry, actually. So thank God he's there. Otherwise, I would have nothing to look at. Because, Superman's okay. He's cute as Clark, but he that costume it's not the best costume, and yeah, there's really no one to look at. So yeah, I'm glad he's there. But so the last shot is because Bizzaro Jordan shows up and she's like, "Where's Clark?" And he's like, "He was too late." And they show a shot of him on the ground. There's like light. He's being lit up by sort of like an orange light. And he's looking terrified, like he's looking at some monster or something, like some alley super being or something. But I don't know. We will find out next episode. And it was really weird to have him gone for the whole episode, but they did manage to do work without him, actually, because we're obviously invested in all the other characters as well and all their stories. So it wasn't that hard to have him be gone for an episode, really, which I don't know, it's a little bit worrying, but it's good because it's very dangerous with these shows that the superhero is the main person and you don't really get the other characters being developed, kind of like Star Trek Discovery, where it's all about Super Michael Burnham and you never really get to know any of the other characters. One of the actors actually left because he found another job, and he got, obviously the role was bigger than the role he had on Enterprise because he doesn't do anything except sit there and say the occasional, hailing frequencies open. That's about it. These other characters have more than that, and they're actually fully developed, have their own stories, their own problems. And yeah, we engage in them and we believe in them, I think. So that's a good thing. I'm enjoying this show. I almost forgot to watch it because I just binged Euphoria season 1 and 2. But so I don't know. Didn't seem as special having an episode of something to watch this week, because I had a whole series that I watched. But it is my weekly appointment television, which I really appreciate having, because there's no other show I really love. Because even though Euphoria was interesting, I wouldn't watch it again. I'm going to watch the next season. Whereas I can tell Superman and Lois, I'm going to watch it again. It'll be one of those things that circulates, like Lois and Clark and the New Adventures of Superman or the original Superman. I will watch them again, and I'll watch the show again. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens to Superman in Bizzaro Land. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.